Great day, great day, great day, great May Day. I just wanted to share a little bit of insight. Yeah, I love cosmology and I love how it influences and stimulates our way of thinking and perceiving. It's like wearing, all types of different types of glasses and the lens that we're looking through because of how influenced we are based on the planetary alignments of when we were born. And I want to take a little bit of time to break some things down to people because there's a lot of misconstrued and misinformation about how to understand the stars and how to understand who you are as a star. And I was talking to my client the other day, and we were getting into this debate about, you know, what ease sort of means, how to do things easy, and how to not make life hard. And a lot of times, the things that we want to be strengthened by show up and challenge us to grow and do new things because we're ready for the next phase of our life. And that relates to how we meet certain people on the journey. A lot of times, some of the people I grew up with that became my best friends were because they were the polar opposite of me and my astrology and who I was, and they strengthened me in some way that I got to know me in the best way I knew me. And sometimes these other signs come in and give us a lot of nurturing and a lot of truth because we see ourselves in a new way of understanding who we truly are. And only that sort of sign can come in and teach us. Everybody has a certain nature, and your stars and who you are make up your nature and how you flow. And so I can't judge someone for being something that isn't me because the universe made them into whoever they are. And it puts it into a consciousness that gets me to be very clear about not trying to turn somebody into something else when they are naturally themselves. And we live in a world a lot where judgment is passed on to people because people want them to be something that they really aren't. And it's an illness. But the cosmos, they straighten all that shit out. And they let people know this is where you are when you were born, the planetary alignments based on angles and all types of beautiful geometric things that were happening that forms you as energy when you came into this particular world. This is how you flow. This is who you are. This is what your challenges will be. This is what your past lives information, if those who believe in past lives information was. This is what you can learn about who you are now. These are the things that you can grow in and become, and these are all the potentiality of the things that can happen as you are the universe walking in physical form that you can achieve if you just know yourself. If you just know yourself. And so I help people heal and also get a sense of their clear flowing identity through the stars and understanding who they are as a universe. And what I want to do today is I want to talk about one specific thing that people constantly overlook. And I was sitting with a phenomenal genius creative yesterday, and I was looking up her chart because we just get into esoteric and things of that nature, and found out how powerful signs have to do with finances, but specifically what drew was the word Lilith. Lilith is the one, in case people don't know, Lilith was the one who actually is supposed to had been Eve from Eve and Adam. She was the original Eve, but she decided she wasn't going to do that. She was like, bye-bye, Adam, I'm not doing you, I'm doing me. So what ended up happening was that the story said that she went on to engage with Lucifer or some other type of stuff. But they basically try to bastardize her because she was an independent powerhouse that was going to do her own thing in her own way. And so the Lilith is very important to know. We overlook Lilith, and I found out because it can be confusing when, like, my chart says that I'm born on the cusp of Libra Scorpio, mostly Scorpio, meaning that when the planets were in line on the 25th of October, that there was a little bit of angle or a little bit of that Libra influence in, but I was mostly positioned in the star alignment of the sign of Scorpio. So it's a little bit of the cusp, but mostly in a Scorpio. And that's why you get the angles, because the angles portion off the numbers of where these alignments were happening at the time of your birth. But anyhow, Lilith. So Lilith was an independent firehouse, and she wasn't having it. And what it all means, and for me, my Lilith is in Pisces, and it put it into perspective to understand to no longer deny who you truly are, and to stand in your true voice as a way of understanding why you came here to be who you really came to be. And it also speaks to and says that when you do that, a lot of times you can, if you deny yourself, you'll be denying yourself the things in life will show up that way. Like a lot of these beautiful blue jays out here, a lot of my suffering that I endure, many people don't, if you don't know, I had 7 life-threatening bouts with death. And a lot of that was based on a lot of just self-denial about a couple of different things. And so it's sitting in Pisces made a lot of the suffering of what I endured so extreme because of that specific type of influence. And I was like, that really makes so much sense. Now it speaks to how the Lilith, how that star in my chart and its influence in the sign of Pisces speaks to and says that how I read energy, and that I can't deny the fact that the way I read energy is very prophetic, and and I offer wisdom, and it's really hits it on the head about how one is greatly influenced in who they are, and can't deny themselves with their abilities and talents and gifts based on that specific alignment. So we want to be clear not to, when we're looking at these things, to really give life an overview to the influences and different things that relate to who you are, and not deny yourself the truth of who you are. And that way you find yourself really opening up to the world to say, I'm here and I'm ready to do me and be me and slay the way that I know I want to do. I want to be me, and no one can deny that, because that's the way the universe created me. And so I just wanted to share that. So if you want to know more about your Lilith, hit me up, and we'll figure out how to do a little bit of where your Lilith is located, and I'll do a little breakdown for you and help you to understand that, so you can grow in your talents and abilities and see how it really needs to move you forward in the direction, and be fierce in everything you know your life to be, and have a blast. That's what we're here for, and be fiercely you. All right, so that's why I love discerning the cosmos and esoteric, and I just want to share that. Have a beautiful and wonderful day, and if you have any questions, reach out. Speak soon.